Okay, thank you.
I'm Steve Self. I'm the Operations Manager for Family Law Group. I'm largely responsible for the non-legal side of the business, which includes the IT and implementation of our new case management system, LAWFUSION. Family Law Group were formed 11 years ago now, out of another practice in Nottingham. We've grown rapidly to 82 people. We have 9 offices across our region, which is Chesterfield in the north and Bedford down in the south. We specialise entirely in family law, which is care proceedings, private and public, divorce and finance, and a rapidly growing mediation practice. As legal aid continues to reduce, we are looking to expand the private side of the business. We're approximately 60% legal aid at the minute, 40% private.
I'm Glyn Aber, I'm Finance Manager of Family Law Group. We chose LAWFUSION primarily because we had outgrown our previous system. It was creaking at the seams and we knew we needed to step up to a system that was fit for purpose. So we looked at 3 different systems, all leading systems within the UK, and the choice was relatively straightforward in the end. We chose LAWFUSION and we chose it because it had the best functionality. We felt that the company select were big enough to cope with what we wanted, but they were small enough to care about what we needed our software system to do. And it was extremely good value for money compared to the other systems that we looked at. The implementation was seamless. It was done over a weekend, so the 24 hours of data conversion. And one of the very interesting things was that we were able to report historic data, which we couldn't do with the old system, so we could use LAWFUSION for our reports on prior data which went back to the year dot.
What we liked about it the most was it was very malleable. It was almost like a piece of plasticine that we could pull it and push it in whatever direction we saw fit, whereas our previous one was a bit clunky and was almost more like a Rubik cube in that it would only go forwards, backwards, and there was already set moves that you could do with it. Whereas LAWFUSION, you can push it and pull it in whatever direction you want, and it will provide you with pretty much anything you need to do or want to do with a case management system.
One example of where we have made efficiency gains within the finance team is legal aid billing, which was done completely manually from the paper file. That is now taking 60% less time by running that straight from the system.
I'm Amy Booth and I'm a paralegal for Family Law Group. I'm one of the 7 advisors on the civil legal advice line. The thing I like most about LAWFUSION is that it's really easy to open a new file. Everything's on there that you need, all the letters, all the documents, it's all in one place and it's all really easy to access. I open around 5 new files a day, so it's something that needs to be done quite quickly and efficiently, and LAWFUSION enables me to do that.
I'm Julie Foster and I'm an Associate Solicitor at Family Law Group. I've experienced a number of previous systems and LAWFUSION is the best system I've used for the features it can offer. Our previous case management system was more limited in options and features, but LAWFUSION has a lot of extra things that we wish the other one had.
We have a civil legal advice contract where we take in excess of 9,000 calls per annum, and each of these need to be set up on the system. So previously we'd set these up manually, which cost us a lot of money, and the contract was loss-making at that stage. We can now do that fully automated, where LAWFUSION picks up information and data directly from the legal aid website, sets the client up automatically within the system, which means we need to do nothing with the client setup.
The Civil Legal Advice Line is a national telephone line providing advice to clients over the telephone for all areas of family law, and we assist them on a remote basis. I had input into the way that the civil legal advice system integrates with LAWFUSION. We have a separate case system for the civil legal advice clients that come through, and we are able to import all the client information from that software into LAWFUSION by entering a reference number, and all the information is imported across. We have to do that a number of times a day, so that's really an efficient way of being able to do that, and it's very effective.
One of the things that I think the fee earners in the firm really like about LAWFUSION is that it's a really logical layout, so it's very easy to see what was the last thing done on LAWFUSION, so you can see what point each file is at. So I use the workflow for my divorce cases mainly. There's each step on there straight away. We've got the letters that we need to send to each client for each part of the divorce, so it's very straightforward and you can see what you need to do next. Hello, Suitable. I'm a civil legal advice line. Can I take your name? It means that when clients call through, we can speak to them ourselves without having to get the appropriate fee earner, and we can action the case effectively and straight away.
We were initially quite apprehensive about some of the users of the system who'd been reluctant to use our previous system, and following the training that we had from Jackie and the select team, and everybody now uses the system and is very happy with it.
I would recommend LAWFUSION. It's an excellent system. It has sophisticated features despite having a very basic layout on the main screen. It's user-friendly and it has the ability to adapt to a firm's individual requirements.
I would definitely recommend LAWFUSION to any law practice, particularly those where their current system is creaking and they feel they're outgrowing that system.
I would say to any of the law firms considering LAWFUSION, it's a wonderful piece of software. We're delighted with it. It does everything we need it to do, and it's also extremely competitively priced, which is an important factor when considering investment in a brand new case management system.